Good morning. Welcome to Home Built Workshop. Welcome to Wednesday Live, where, as you guessed it, we're live, hanging out, talking about stuff, and just having a good old time. As we get settled in here. And Mike's here. Mike says, good morning, not working on anything. Just waiting for supplies to come in. Geez, wood is expensive. Yes it is. And good morning, Mike. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I am waiting for some supplies to come in as well. If you saw the video last weekend where I was working on the old tractor of ours, my pressure washer decided it didn't want to work. It didn't want to be under pressure anymore. So I got some parts ordered for that. Gonna get to swapping those out here, well, whenever they come in. Worked on that thing for a while yesterday, getting it torn apart. I think I need to replace the check valves. They're like seized in the bore in there. They won't come out for nothing. So hoping to get that thing back up and running. We usually use that several times throughout the summer working on things. Robert's here. Morning, Robert. How are you today? What's going on in your world? Robert says, yeah, it is expensive. Also, the better the wood or prettier the wood, the more expensive it is. Yep, that's pretty much the case with anything, really, I think, that we're buying. The better the quality, the more you pay for it. We got us a tasty cup of coffee here, as almost always. Robert said, morning, Jeff, not much. Mike says, it's a nice feeling when you order parts and fix something quickly rather than spend a lot to buy new. Yes, it is. Yeah, you can, I could break down and just replace the pump on this whole thing, and it would probably work just fine. The pump's like, I mean, you can get a knockoff aftermarket brand for, I don't know, around a little under $100, where you buy the actual pump that's on there, and I think it's like $180, $200 or something like that. Maybe it was more, I don't quite remember, but it was pretty expensive. So I tore this thing apart and found what I think is the problem, and we'll find out. So yeah, I'm always, well, you guys know, I'm always all about trying to fix it myself. Can I get the part, change out a part, tear something apart, spend a little bit of time troubleshooting whatever needs to be done, and try to get this thing back, try to get whatever it is, not just this thing, but try to get things back up and running. And it's always more of a sense of accomplishment, I think, for me, and probably everybody really, when you can get the parts and fix it yourself, and not, like you said, not have to, replace it or buy something new. It's sometimes a lot more headache though, and I pull a little more hair out. See what I did there? Trying to figure out the problem, spending the time to track down the parts and all that. It's a little bit more of a hassle than replacing, but really overall, I think it's a lot. It's more worth it to me. And really, that's how I got this thing. I got it for free, basically. The original owner was getting rid of it, was just tossing it away, and because they couldn't get it to start. And come to find out, the gas tank and the carburetor and everything was full of water. I don't know if it was stored outside in a rainstorm or what the deal was. I gotta move this seat up a little. But cleaned all the water out, put fresh gas in it, and it fired right up. So free pressure washer. I don't mind spending a little bit of time to try to get it fixed up. Neptunes is here. Neptune says, hello everyone. What's up, dude? Robert says, yeah, if you can get the parts quickly, still some backlog in getting some items. I've seen that on a few things. But thankfully for this particular repair project, I was able to locate the parts pretty readily, and I don't have any concerns yet. Of course, they're not here. We still have a bit of a lag in our mail delivery. I've noticed that's still going on, but for whatever reason, I don't know what that's all about. Christine, what's up, Christine? Christine says half the fun is knowing you achieved something. Yes, I agree, 100%. You know, knowing that you spent the time and you figured out the problem and you found the part and you got everything back together and it's back up and running. Yes, absolutely. And knowing in the long run, you probably saved yourself some money. You know, if you, some of it though, if you account for time, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But still, that feeling of accomplishment when you're able to do something like that, whether it's no matter what the project is, to me, that's well worth the effort. Let's see. Mike says, besides the guitar work, to fix it yourself is why I like your work. But yeah, fix it and break a few more video content. Yeah, I mean, that's really that. Many of my projects actually have come down to stuff like this, to where I need to make a repair on something, and so we're just gonna do it. You know, that's kind of why. Let's see, I don't know how to say that. To your point, yes, I do, you know, the guitar stuff, but I also do so many other things, and I like to be able to have that rounded out. I don't even know how to word that. You guys know what I'm trying to say? I like to be able to do a wide variety of things and share it all on the channel. There you go. Yeah, I try to not be in just that guitar building, although I really love that. And but I also like to be able to do so many different things, and I try to incorporate all of that. Yes, I know that there are people that really like to watch the guitar stuff, and that's kind of why they've come to the channel. But hopefully, some of the other stuff, you know, can be interesting or helpful as well. So yeah, I just love to do so many different things. And yeah, like that's where I was going with this. Projects like this just pop up, and yes, to your point, it does become a video, because if it's a fix that I'm having to undertake, then there's a pretty good chance that somebody else at least is going to come across this at some point, and hopefully by me sharing the repair, it helps somebody else. And that's really what I try to do with pretty much all of the projects. You know, a lot of build from scratch projects, but also a lot of repair projects, because that's life, right? Stuff breaks and you gotta fix it. Harry Dude says, what's up? How are we all? How are we? That's a good question. I know I'm good. Hope you guys are all good as well. Let's see. Liesel Cigar Box Guitar, what's going on? Good morning, welcome. Liesel, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. It says, hi, I'm new here. Saw your challenge to build a lefty. I build cigar box guitars, and I accept the challenge. I must say, I'm right-handed. Right on! That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, I've talked to quite a few builders, and, you know, I've found that there's quite a few that just will not tackle a lefty. They just flat out will not do it. They said, nope, not doing it. It's too weird. It's not. It's you just, if you're routing a right-handed guitar, I'm just using that for an example. If you're routing a right-handed guitar and you're using templates, you flip the template. That's it. I don't know why it's so hard. Or with the acoustic, I am left-handed, and all the plans, or not all the plans, but the plans that I used when I built the acoustic guitar were for a right-handed instrument. All of the brace locations were for a righty. Everything was set up for a right-handed guitar. And as far as I know, they don't make plans for a left-handed guitar. Now, somebody might, but I have not specifically seen plans drawn up for a left-handed guitar. But to make mine a lefty, all I did was mirrored the brace pattern. I mean, if you remember from the build series, I made an acrylic template and I have all the holes drilled so I can mark the locations of the braces, and that template is clear. So all I have to do is flip that over, and now I have left-handed brace locations. It's not, I don't, maybe it's because I'm a lefty. I don't see why so many people shy away and flat out will not build a lefty. I just don't get it. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not, because we all have the choice to build whatever we want to build and however we want to build it. But there's been several people that have said it's too weird, it's too backwards. I build righties. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Don't be afraid. Like, if you're gonna want to do it, just go for it. Just reverse everything. That's all you have to do. That was my rant. Sorry, rant over. So Liesel, right on. That's awesome. So yeah, just flip. If something's getting you mixed up, just reverse. All you gotta do is reverse it. That's literally all you have to do. Neptune says, I'm on the road, but listening. Right on. Be safe on the road. Don't let us distract you. Christine says, my work background is in production. Finding new or improving on existing methods to fix things is in my DNA. I have a lot of background in production as well. That's awesome. I spent quite a few years in the corporate world in a production environment. So yeah, I'm with you. Yep, and that always is one of the goals, right? Finding new ways to do stuff quicker, faster, better, more accurate. It's kind of the whole mindset of production, right? So I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm with you. Robert says, I had a quick repair of my push mower last week. I killed the mower, then went to restart it, and the pull rope did not retract. Disconnected the spark plug, rewound the rope by turning the blade. Oh yeah, I had never thought about that. To spin the blade. Good idea to disconnect the spark plug. Smart thinking. I gotta have I gotta find some new blades for my mower. The mower you've seen me fix several times, the little riding mower. The blades on that thing I think are shot. It seems I feel like I've sharpened the blades past where they're where they're hardened. Now I don't know if they're hardened only on like maybe the cutting edge or if the whole blade is hardened, but it seems like I go out and do one mowing and those blades are dull as a 2x4, and in fact a 2x4 might cut a little bit better. Wooden lawnmower blades. What would happen if you? It's a ridiculous idea, but it might be a fun experiment. What if you took a nice piece of hardwood and just put it on? Could you mow your grass, I wonder? Like once? Interesting. Yeah, I gotta find new blades, I think, because I've sharpened them already this year, mowed one time, and they are, I mean, they're as rounded over as can be. So if anybody has any good recommendations on a replacement blade, I've seen some of those Gator. I think, is it Gator? I forget the brands exactly, but I gotta find some new blades. Neptune says, welcome, Liesel. Yes. Mike says, hey, no points for me, just having a good time. Right on. Liesel says, yes, I've pronounced it correctly. Right on. Good. I'm always a little hesitant because I don't intend to mispronounce anybody's name. Mike says, but for simple cigar box guitar, just adjust the bridge angle, left on. Yeah, and maybe depending on your headstock, the style of headstock that you use, you might want to flip it the other way. If you have a certain, if it's dimensional, or if it's just kind of a more traditional type, more squared off one. My cigar box guitars, I have a headstock shape that I use, so I just flip it the other way, and route it that way. So yeah, that's really all that's really all you need to do. And if you have knobs and control knobs and things, you got to mount them on a different side, right? So, nothing too big. I have made mistakes though before when template routing or drilling holes or something based off of my template. I have one guitar in specifically that is now a lefty, but when I was building it, it was supposed to be a righty. But I don't remember exactly what process I was doing. I think I was drilling control cavity holes or something, or holes for the knobs. I think that's what it was. And I had kind of, I don't know, I guess had a brain fart or something. But when I attached the template, I attached it as a lefty, and I didn't realize it because it's a lefty, and it looked right to me, but I didn't catch it that I was supposed to put it on the other side, and I started drilling. And as soon as I drilled it into the wood, I realized that I was drilling it as a lefty. So then from there on out, I had to finish the build as a lefty. So that is one, I guess that's one thing to keep in mind. You always got to be in either lefty mode or righty mode. And when I was building this particular guitar, I think I did a batch. I think I did 3 guitars at the same time, and the others were righty. And I don't know, somehow I just got mixed up. I didn't have the template flipped the right way. So just keep that in mind. Now I start writing on my templates lefty or righty on the different sides. That way I can always kind of help keep track of that. Christine says, nowadays it's just problem solving at home and delegating bigger builds to my partner. Right on. Harry Dude says, haven't built any guitars yet, but have worked on plenty of lefties. For me, it's all about measurements and accuracy. Haven't had a problem. Learned a couple upside down chords for testing. Yeah, you gotta be able to play a couple upside down ones. I can do that upside down, a few righty chords if I'm testing one out, because there is absolutely zero chance that I can actually hold a right-handed guitar right-handed. I can't. It's just my hands don't cooperate. I have to flip it over if I'm working on a righty and play it upside down. It's very awkward, but it works. The upside down chords. And Sam's here. Sam says, hello. What's going on, Sam? Neptune says, get some Jinsu knives for your mower. Yeah. Robert says, if your lawn is real sandy or dusty, it will dull the blades real quick. We do have a pretty sandy soil. Yeah, so that could be what's going on. But I feel like even though the blades, I'm not running it into the ground. Well, yesterday I did. I had to finish up some mowing, but so I know that didn't help. But overall, I've been mowing, they're really just tall weeds. Maybe that's what it is. Mowing the weeds. Maybe they're a little coarser than grass. We don't have a whole lot of grass, but we do have green weeds. And when you mow it, it looks nice and green and even. So it could be, Robert. It is sandy. That's for sure. Liesel says, thanks. It's great to be here. Yeah, I'm happy you're here. In case you didn't know, I do these lives every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So every week we're here hanging out, just chatting, talking shop, that sort of thing. Kind of like to know what you guys are working on and share what I'm working on. And, we can pretty much open conversation. You got a question you want to throw out there, go right ahead. I don't often have a specific topic, actually almost never. And it just it's free form. That's what we're going to call it. Christine says, gotta go now. Happy building and making music, everyone. Right on, Christine. Have a good one. And hopefully you can tune back in next week. Robert says, take care, stay safe. Sam says, is there a possibility you can rebuild America near the UK? I'm sorry, my friend. I don't think I can have anything to do with that. Liesel says, flipped headstock. Absolutely. This will be a true lefty, like you say. I wanna see if I can get it right without returning to righty. You can. I'm sure of it. You can do it. Mike says, "What's your mower model?" Starter blade search. My mower is a John Deere LT 160. It has the smaller 38-inch deck. Ready, set, go. I wish it had the 42. It used to have the 42, but the 42-inch deck got all worn out, and the only not super expensive option was a used 38-inch deck. So yeah. Sam says robo mowers are cool. They are kind of cool, and I guess if I had a more normal yard than what we have, it might be kind of fun to play around with. You know, I've gotten I got a request or a I don't know let's see, what would you call that? I got contacted by someone wanting me to test out and promote their robo mower, and it's not something I'm gonna do because our yard is too. It just doesn't make sense for here. But yeah, some of those cool ones, like that little Husqvarna one, that thing looks kind of cool. Robert says, "I've watched videos on those robo mowers. They are cool." Yeah, if I had, like I said, if I had a standard yard, it might be fun to play around with. But yeah, the ones I've seen, you gotta like put a wire in the ground, and it's kind of, I don't know. Maybe they're all like that. I don't really know. Be blessed. Desert Art says, "Getting hot in the desert, even at 4,500 feet." You know, we are not there yet. I don't know what the deal is. I think this weekend we're supposed to warm up some, but really only into the upper 70s. It has been stormy here. You ready for this? We got four inches of rain on Monday. It rained all day Monday, and not like just a light sprinkle either. Like it came down. It was crazy. Be blessed says, "Monsoons looking like they will run late." Yes, I don't know if that's what we're in, but yeah, I mean we got so much water. There's roads washed out around here. Like we didn't really have any issue. We do have a pond here, and we have just a little bridge that you can get across there, so I can get over there and do some mowing, and we can walk across where the water flows in. It did wash our little bridge away, and well, I mean it was floating in the pond, and I was able to save it, but yeah, it was nuts. Sam says programmable robo mowers are super cool. Yeah, I think what they should do, and maybe they do, I don't know, I'm not a robo mower expert. I think they should somehow be GPS linked, so you could like pull up some sort of a map and like draw your boundary, and then it just stays in that. I definitely don't want one that I have to put a wire out, like a little perimeter fence. That just seems kind of weird. Maybe they're all that way, like I said. Be blessed says, "I cut cactus, dead cactus." He says, "That is cool." I drive 20 minutes and I'm at 7,000 feet and much cooler. Yes, we are right here where I live is right around 7,000 feet. Actually, it's almost exactly 7,000 feet. I forget the exact number, but it's right there, and that's where I live, 7,000 feet. Be blessed says, "Question about tung oil and mineral spirits." Yes, go for it. Put it down there. We'll tackle that one. Robert says, "I have a Cub Cadet ZTR." Oh, is that a zero turn? 42-inch rider for most of the yard, and a Troy-Bilt push mower for the trim work and inside the fence in the backyard. Mow the backyard, and trim takes more time than the rest. Yeah, trimming always takes forever. Half the time I don't even get to it. I get out there with the riding mower, and I do what I need to do, and then I intend to come back with a trimmer, but I don't always get to it. I do have a push mower, but I don't get to that. I don't hardly ever use that. Sam says, "Why are the robo vacuums called vacuums? Because not all actually have suction. Basically a glorified push sweeper." I've seen that, where it catches all the dirt in like a little dustpan kind of thing. I could see maybe that working on if you had hard floors, hardwood floors or some sort of that laminate or something. I don't know how that would work on carpet. Robert says, I saw a robo mower that had a remote control unit to drive it. Oh, that's. Could you chase people around with the. Be Blessed says, I'm using it on cactus skeleton wood husk. I do half tung oil and half mineral spirits to thin out the tung oil. Let's see, tung oil. I have some. Yeah, I don't. Are you having an issue with it, or that's just your process? Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot with tung oil. I do have some here I want to experiment with because I have heard. I think you said that you put on 3 coats and it looks amazing, semi-gloss, a semi-gloss shine. I've heard that it'll build up, especially if it's a polymerized tung oil. You can build up layers, kind of like a poly. Mike says Tractor Supply for blades. I might have to go hit that up. I wish I had one a little bit closer. I got about a half-hour drive to get to a Tractor Supply, so I don't get there as much as I like. I do have a very similar farm supply store very near us, and I got to look over there too, see what they have. But I do like Tractor Supply. It's one of my favorites. Be Blessed says, no poly, just pure tung oil. I have some pure tung oil. I'll have to try. Like I said, I haven't tried that. I'm going to have to. Mike says, Arnold blade has a 38-inch. Be Blessed says, polyurethane's crap. I think it depends on the project, really. But yeah, I don't use it at all. Well, no, not at all, but I don't use it for all projects, that's for sure. It has its places, I think. Sam says, are you anywhere near that highway overpass that's been on the news? No, I don't watch the news, but I feel like I heard about that, and I think the one that I heard about is in Pennsylvania, I think. And no, I am in the state of Colorado. I think that's the one that I heard of, but I don't. Like I said, I don't watch the news, and so I don't know exactly. That's something I vowed not to do quite a few years ago. I don't follow the news. I don't follow the media or any of that. Be Blessed says, I do all natural with Hope's tung oil. That's what I have. Hang on. This stuff right here. I got about, I don't know what's in there. At least half of this left. The thing that I don't like about this is the funky smell. Like, and maybe I did something wrong. It's all dusty. But man, it had a. I can't get it open. I need pliers. I applied this to a floating shelf I built for my daughter's room, and even after letting it sit several days, and then I put it up, it smelled literally for months. I could smell it in her room, and I don't know. Maybe I applied too much and it couldn't dry. Maybe user error, but the smell was. I mean, it's not a bad smell. It's just weird. Robert says, the first guitar kit build, I used tung oil as a finish. It came out with a pretty nice satin semi-gloss finish. I'm gonna have to revisit it because I've been hearing good stuff about tung oil. I couldn't get past the stink of it. Be Blessed says, Four Corner regions, not quite to the Four Corners. More Colorado, more Colorado Springs area. Be Blessed has been all around Colorado. That's the stuff. I buy gallon jugs. Right on. No smell for me. Interesting. Mike says, Arnold blades are sold at Tractor Supply. Is anything in Pennsylvania as high as 7,000 feet? No, it's not. I don't know what the highest point is in Pennsylvania. Maybe 3,000? I think where I lived, my area was somewhere around 1,800 to 2,000 feet, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I don't know what the highest point is. That's interesting. Definitely not 7,000. Sam says, get some Isaac. Hey, it's not that kind of a smell. Mike says, after a year, the smell goes away. Yeah, it took months, literally, for the shelf that I built to not smell. Be Blessed says, leave it out to air out, all natural. Robert says, the tung oil I used was just the small bottles you get as a kit for finishing gun stocks. Be Blessed, satin semi-gloss. Yep. Neptune says, I didn't realize how close you were to Cheyenne Mountain. Yes, I can, when it's not a cloud, I can look out and see Cheyenne Mountain. I can see the whole Front Range. Cheyenne Mountain and then Pikes Peak. And yeah, there's definitely quite a bit of snow still on Pikes Peak right now. Be Blessed says, Route 25. Yep, good old I-25. I try to avoid it like the plague. KK's here. What's up, man? KK says, greetings from Greece, my friend Jeff and all the good company. I'm glad that I managed to see you. It's raining. Sun is burning. I think the dirty war near us is hurting the atmosphere. Be well. Right on, my friend. Welcome. I hope you're doing great. Stay dry in the rain. Don't, it's raining and the sun is shining. Sounds like some of our weather around here. Sam says, ever thought of making a mobile workshop? Yes, I have, actually. I have pondered that idea of getting, a decent-sized enclosed trailer and putting my entire setup in there, because I am quite certain that if I got a big one, like kind of like one of those race car type trailers, that I could fit everything in there, and that would be kind of cool. Except I don't have a vehicle big enough to pull a giant trailer like that around. But yes, I have absolutely thought about that. Be Blessed says, I'm Greek. Right on. Heritage says, every time I hear Cheyenne Mountain, I think Stargate. Yeah, wasn't that in Stargate? Cheyenne Mountain? Yeah, that military installation is right here. And, you can see all the antennas on top of the mountain. I'd love to be able to go tour it, but apparently that's not a thing anymore. Aliso says, hi, KK. KK says, be blessed. Right on, right on. Nice. Alrighty. So yeah, that's I think we're caught up. That's my project right now. Dang old pressure washer. As soon as the parts come in, we'll get that up. I'm gonna do a video on it, because as we said earlier, things break, it becomes content. Sam says, Coach RVs are sold in the U.S. as bare units, ready for ideas. That would be kind of cool too. An RV workshop. That'd be pretty awesome, actually. Then you can just drive around anywhere, have your workshop, and then camp out. Heritage says an old school bus is a mobile workshop. Yeah, that would be kind of neat too. Have you guys seen some of those school bus conversions? What do they call them? Schoolies or something? I think that's a silliest name ever, but my opinion. But some of those things are pretty cool. I think, yeah, that would make a really cool workshop. Yeah, I've definitely thought about that. And if I did the measurements, I think you can get right close to an 8 foot wide enclosed trailer. You know, something made for hauling cars or something like that. And yeah, I've totally seen trailers that are the size or larger than the space that I have here, and that would just be insane. My new workshop is bigger than the current workshop, and it's in a trailer. Again, I don't know how I'd move it, because like I said, I don't have anything. I don't have a vehicle built for hauling things like that, but it'd be pretty cool. Lisa, I'll be blessed. Says hippie buses. Maybe like kind of a small, be smaller than what I'm in now. I heard it says 40-foot freight container. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I've thought about those too. The shipping container. Robert says we've been getting rain about 3 times a week here lately. Yeah, that's what Dan from Guns and Guitars used to do. Drive around in an RV and build guitars. Yep, I remember that. He had the RV. The RV though for him wasn't set up for his workshop. He was actually living out of that and like working where he could from the ones that I saw. Sam, a jumbo jet workshop. Then I'd have to learn how to fly it. Dastardly Dave. Dave says, sup all, I missed a lot. What's up, man? Welcome. Good morning. We waited for you. Cheers. Be Blessed says, I have a shipping container coming from my wood shop. Nice. That's awesome. I've seen some cool conversions done for those shipping containers. Robert says, yeah, he would set up, pull out his tools, and build outside. Yes. Yep, that's what I saw as well. And yeah, that would be pretty cool. Just have an RV, travel around, homeschool the kid. She would like that anyway. She's told me I don't know how many times she wants to be homeschooled. KK says, read a lot, but I find hours to play rock and roll with my son because we probably own 2 guitars, a Telecaster and a Stratocaster. Wish I could send you videos of us. How could you do that? If you can email them, I don't know if they'd come through, or you could upload them to YouTube, set them as private, and send me the link. I'd love to check it out. Dastardly Dave says, LOL. Took a while to finish the Firebird guitar. My Gooder soldering station decided not to work. Guitar, not the car. Last week we got on a, I got off track on that. We got to talking about Firebird cars. Firebird guitar. I know, I'm with you. That's a bummer. The soldering iron pooped out. We're able to get it done. Did you get a different one or something? Yeah, it's kind of hard to solder when the soldering iron just won't cooperate. Be Blessed says Facebook. Oh, I think you could share on Facebook privately. Sam says all British workshops have electric kettles as we British live on hot tea. Yeah, we talked about the tea a little bit last week. Yeah, I could see, coffee pot out here. Not a tea kettle for me personally, but Dave says guitar. I'm with you, buddy. Be Blessed says back to work. Ciao. Be blessed. Have an awesome day. Thanks for stopping by. Lisa says, Sam, you're right. I'm from the UK. Right on. Robert says, be blessed, take care, and stay safe and healthy. Here, dude. Here dude says you need a much gooder soldering iron then. Yeah, see what he did there? I'm pretty happy with my. I have a great Weller, a Weller soldering station. Wasn't all that expensive, like $40 or something like that for the iron, adjustable heat, the base. It's the red one. I think I've posted links before. It seems like a pretty decent one. I've not had any issues. I've had it for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years maybe. And yeah, it seems it just works. I did have to buy the pencil tip for it because it comes with a really wide tip, and for guitars I needed that really fine tip. But you know, it might be one to look at if you're looking at a new one, and maybe you already got one. Sam says, if you got a store near you that sells UK foods, you know, that's a good question. I honestly have no idea. I really don't know. I know we have other ethnicities, other ethnic places, or you know, different types of food, but I don't know if there's a UK place. I did hear, haven't been there. I did hear that there's like a British restaurant somewhere around here, not like by me, but like in town, I guess. And I've heard that their fish and chips are quite good, and I do like me some fish and chips. Sam says, here's a tip, don't eat yellow snow. I mean, that's a good tip. Dastardly Dave says, yep, it was a gooder one. Ended up with the best one at Harbor Freight because I could get it quickly and had a coupon. It uses standard 900 millimeter, 900M tips. Neptune says, I have the same soldering iron as you, Jeff. Yes. Yeah, we do. Because great minds think alike. I don't know. But yes, we do have the same one. And I still have the cool little soldering tip holder thingy on mine. While I'm thinking of it, guys, if you're tuned in here and you're enjoying this, hit that thumbs up button. Let's see that little thumbs up. At least that's what I'm pointing to. I don't know what I'm pointing to on your screen, but right there, the little thumbs up thing. So go ahead and hit it. Hit it. There you go. There. There you go. I saw it. We got one. We got another one in there. Come on. You know you can do it. No. Sam says, you may want to try a bacon bab sandwich. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. It's got bacon on it. I'm probably going to like it. Robert says, I watched a YouTube video from Cutting Edge Engineering. He's a machinist from Australia. He was at a trade show trying out a new welder that used a fine line and a laser. A laser welder? Interesting. Harry Dude says, you're pointing to the search bar. Yeah, on my screen, right above my fingertip is where it shows the little thumbs up thing. Oh, there's another one. I saw it. Right on. Thank you, guys. Oh, and I got an update, a little bit of an update on the live streaming video, you know, using the laptop and all that stuff. I was out here at like 8 o'clock this morning, an hour before, playing around with it, trying to get settings right, and I'm still trying to work out some bugs. I don't know if it's just me not being super familiar with this different software, but it's giving me a lot more troubles than I thought it would. I had everything hooked up, and I kept getting buffering notifications from YouTube saying that it wasn't. I don't know. We'll get it figured out, though. We will get it figured out. Sam says, fried bacon inside buttered burger buns. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm all for it. I will definitely have to try one of those. Invader Zim! What's going on? Invader Zim says, hey, Jeff. Hey, Invader Zim. How are you this fine Wednesday? What's up in your world? What do you got going on? Right on. No, Sam, that sandwich is making me hungry. Invader Zim says, I'm good. How are you? I am doing well. Doing well. Just doing our thing here. Glad you could tune into the live. Right on. What are you working on? Got any projects on the workbench? Awesome. Now that I think about it, there was something that I wanted to chat with you all about, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Something I thought of earlier today that I wanted to talk about. Remember how I said I don't often have a topic? And this was just a talking point that I wanted to bring up, and now the whole thing escaped me. Sam says you can do similar things with sausages or fries with added ketchup or barbecue sauce. I'm gonna have to look that sandwich up. Invader Zim says I got an 87 Fox body Mustang I've been working on, and I got to fix my 2010 F-150. Oh man, nice. If I was gonna get a Mustang, that would be what I would want. The, that Fox body style. That is like my favorite. That would be cool. Right on. What motors it got in? It's got the 302, the 50. And what's wrong with the truck? I just had to fix mine a couple weeks ago. I think I talked about it last week. I had the belt tensioner, serpentine belt tensioner pulley. Like the bearings all went out of it and almost tore up the belt and everything. Well, it did a little bit. So I just had to, it wasn't a hard fix, but it took me 2 days to get the right tensioner in. So my vehicle was down for a couple days while waiting on the parts store. Yeah, that's what that's what I was talking about last week. Last week was a week of breakdowns, and well, I still have the pressure washer here. Speaking of breakdowns, if you saw the video last weekend where I did the carburetor, pressure washer wouldn't spray. It was like this little, like a squirt gun trickle. It was horrible. Mike says, need to jet. Darn pressure washer. Yeah. I got parts on order though. I'm gonna do a video when I get them in. Robert says, yeah, the laser welder isn't for everyone. I'm sure it's quite expensive, but it can do thin sheets of metal about the thickness of a soda can. Have to buy the whole building it's in. Wow, is it a big giant thing? Wow. Of course, though, if you can TIG weld, you can TIG weld a pop can. Liesel says, Sam, eggs and chips. Dasherly Dave says, maybe set up a mesh system to extend your internet distance. Got internet in my barn and my girlfriend's dad's barn at his farm. Yes, that's the last thing that I think that I know ultimately a hardwire would be the best, but at the moment it's just not. It's not the option that I really want to take. So yeah, I think a mesh network would be, it's about the only other thing that I can come up with to get, a good signal out here. Let me ask you this, Dave. What brand did you go with? Because I have been doing some research on those, on the kits or the sets. And, I kind of want to go with one that's, I definitely don't want the cheapest option out there because it may not be, the most capable. But if there's one that's worked well for you, I definitely would like that recommendation. Some of the I forget what it's called now, Wi-Fi 6, I think it is. There's some of the systems that I've been looking at. But yeah, I really think that that's going to have to be what I end up going with. Sam says, perhaps write down the idea to save on forgetting it. Yes, I do write things down a lot. The beauty is that I can just go back on these lives. I found that when I need to go back, I can just go back and peruse through the comments and find what I'm needing. So that's what I try to do when I need to. Doesn't always work though. Sometimes I forget or I can't find it. Invader Zim says 5.0 with an AOD for now. The truck popped the transmission line and decided to replace them all. And can't find my one last line that I need to fix it. Really? Have you checked Rock Auto? Not a sponsor. Rock Auto I've found pretty good for some stuff. Yeah, nothing wrong with the AOD. You know, it'll work, like you said, for now. I would love to. I actually would love to find a Fox body like that. I think that would be awesome. I'm not. I wouldn't call myself like a Ford guy necessarily. I'm not trying to go into any debates or anything. But that is, that is one. There's several Fords that I wouldn't mind having. That is definitely one. I would love to find one, that needs some work. So if you come across one, let me know. I think it'd be awesome. I would love to find some sort of a vehicle, whether it's an old car or, I don't know what you'd call that, late model, or I guess now it's old, right? But that's the stuff that I grew up with. I'd love to find something as a project. I think it would be a cool series over time here for the channel. Just going through fixing things. I've kind of got my eye open for some sort of a project like that, a project car like that I could get for my daughter, and then maybe her and I could spend quite a lot of time, over the next few years going through it, fixing it up, and that could be our first car or something like that. I think would be really cool. But I just want to have like a project car, like a something like that. I just think it would be cool. It'd be a cool series for the channel. Sam says you could turn the kitchen into your new workplace. The kitchen is my workplace for building dinner. Mike says Ubiquiti for internet Wi-Fi service. Dastardly Dave says the TP-Link Deco. Yes, I've been looking at those. That was one that keeps coming up in all of my searches. And so you're saying it works really good. What kind of range have you found that you can get with that? Have you tested it? Robert said building for the laser welder is not big, about the size of a small U-Haul trailer. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I said Starlink maybe for your internet. Yes, that has been contemplated as well. Once I figure out the signal issue, which I think is what everything is boiling down to. I keep trying different things and I make little improvements, but none of them have seemed to be enough yet. So I think the mesh system, and then ultimately probably Starlink. Sam says you need a memory stick if you forget. Yes, plug them right in. Install a USB port. Mike says Ubiquiti sells really good equipment. How far from the house to the shop? $30 yards? 40 yards? 30 yards? No, probably not even 30 yards. Hold on, I'm trying to gauge that. No, yeah, maybe 30, 35 yards. That's just a guess. Invader Zim says, if you can find an old Fox body as a project car, that would be awesome. 5.0 with a T5 that you can build for power, that would be, yes, I'm with you. I need a Fox body. Yep. I think that would be sweet with a 5-speed, or even I'm sure you can put a 6-speed in there too. I think that would be kind of cool. I've never driven a 6-speed, but I definitely think it'd be fun. part of the reason that I really like that style is, you know, back in the day, one of the guys we used to run around with, you know, all of us loud car guys, he had a, it was a, I don't remember the year, but it was, I think it was 88, maybe 89, and it was quick. Had some bolt-ons on the motor with the 302, and yeah, it was just fun bombing around town, you know, racing everybody. And not that I ever did that. I didn't. No, I didn't. Don't street race. But no, that kind of car though, that style reminds me of being younger. Sam says, you lost the cord in your hoodie. No, I pull them out. I don't like the cords. It goes back to my working in the production shop for many years. You could not have cords because they could catch in machines and, you know, pull you in. So now I just pull the strings out. If it's something that I wear out here in the shop, I definitely don't try to not have any strings in those things. I do have a couple that are, it's like stitched in the back. So I'll pull it really tight, snip it off, and then you pull it back in, and then it you know, leaves a little piece in there. But no, I pull the strings out for safety. Mike says 100 feet. Sorry, hardwire would be best. Just bury it. Gotta go. Right on, Mike. Well, have a good one. Have an awesome day. Sam says safety. Gotcha. Yep. Could you imagine something? I don't know how it would, right? It'd probably be pretty rare, but could you imagine if that got stuck in like the drill press and it pulled you into the drill press and that thing's spinning all around on your face? That'd be horrible. Or worse, some sort of a saw catches it. Yuck. Robert says, for a Mustang, I like the 69 Fastback. Well, yeah. I'm with you on that. I mean, if I could choose any of the Mustangs, it would definitely be that. You know, 69, 70. Yeah, that was like the coolest. Then I would go to the late 80s, would be my second choice. Have you guys seen the new ones? Like the new electric Mustang? Or I hate to even call it a Mustang because it looks nothing like a Mustang. Don't call it a Mustang, especially if it's not even going to be the same shape. Come on. Sam, or Dennis the Menace office printer. Yeah. Invader Zim said the 69 is my ultimate dream car. The Fox body bring the other dream car. Yeah, it sounds like we're like right on the same page. Those would be my two choices if I was going to choose a Mustang. It'd be 69, 70, or the late 80s. And luckily for you, you got the late 80s one. Robert says, yeah, it's an electric SUV. Exactly. Why do they call it a Mustang? Oh, that drives me nuts. Not that I'm ever going to buy one, but I don't understand. I think I wonder if people that buy those, I probably shouldn't even be going down this road, but I wonder if the people that buy those actually think that they bought a Mustang, like a sports car kind of deal. I don't get it. Harry dude, do you guys have a bunch of electric vehicles popping up in Australia as well? I don't think I've ever really tried to see. Sam, what about you in the UK? Do you have electric cars popping up over there, or is this just like a US thing? I've never even thought about that. Robert says, not even very good looking. Not even a little bit. Sam says, how well would a saw blade be on that mower behind you? This is my pressure washer. If you saw the video I put up this past Saturday, where I'm rebuilding the carburetor on our old tractor, this thing sat like all over winter, and something has gone awry, and it will not build pressure. I've taken the pump apart, cleaned it, done all kinds of, cleaned everything that I could possibly clean. I can't find anything plugged up, and it still will not build pressure. But yeah, I don't think I could put a saw blade on this one. But on the push mower, if I pulled that out, one of them big circular saw blades on there, that'd be something. But yeah, this is going to be a future project. As soon as parts come in, we're going to tear into the pump, and I'm going to replace, I think it's those little plastic check valves in there. They are seized up in there, and I cannot get them out, so I'm thinking maybe something, I don't know how they work exactly, but something's stuck. But yeah, upcoming project. Neptune says, did you call me? I heard Dennis the Menace. We did. Sam did. Sam called you. Sam says, some cars here. I heard it says, don't see many electric cars, but I don't go looking for them. I don't really follow the modern car market. I'm kind of with you. Man, I don't look for them myself either. But that's just something I never thought about. You know, we have the ever increasing number of electric vehicles popping up over here, and it's I'm just grumpy when it comes to those. Because I don't see the point, but whatever. Yeah, I don't follow the market either. The only time I really notice them is if like I'm in front of one or I happen to park next to one, you know, in a parking lot or something. Dastardly Dave, check your email later. Will do. Robert says the UK seems to be going electric on their cars and motorcycles a bit. Sam says electric cars are shocking. Yeah, it could be. If you do something wrong, I suppose it could surely be. Right on. Yeah, see, that's what makes it challenging. Those of us that like all kinds of stuff, cars and guitars and woodworking and fabrication, and it's hard to choose what to work on. Another thing I want to do still is I still want to. Remember, we talked about it a long time ago, or I talked about it. I still want to build like the lawnmower, the racing lawnmower thing. I think that would be super fun too. I've even got a couple of them out here that I acquired just to do that, but I haven't done anything with it. Who wants to start a lawnmower racing team? Liesel says electric scooters are popular in the UK now, at least in the city. So I could see stuff like that, you know. I think here as well. I think if you go downtown, I feel like I've seen scooter. I haven't gone downtown in quite a while, but last time was a couple months ago. I think they have these deals you can rent, like electric scooters or something. Seems though I saw something about that. And I could see something like that for in the city. You know, a little scooter you just buzz to work on, and you buzz home or stop by the store or whatever, grab a couple things. I could totally see that. But where I live, it absolutely does not make sense. Robert says main thing about electric cars and trucks is the infrastructure simply isn't there and won't be for a number of years. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a long time. I guess the biggest thing that I see is, I guess it would come down to the infrastructure, right? Like, how could you take an electric vehicle on like a long road trip? You have to stop, you know, every couple hours and let it charge for, I don't know, I really don't know how long it takes to charge those. But, you know, I gotta believe it's not quite the same as rolling into the gas station, filling the tank, and hitting the road again. But I don't know. I have zero experience with that, so I can't really speak. But that's the thing one of the things that comes to mind. Robert says Stillwater, Oklahoma has a bunch of the stand-up electric scooters that can be rented. Yeah, I think that's what we have here in town. I think so. And that might be kind of fun. Go rent a little scooter and buzz around and go to the park and whatever. Yeah, I think that's what we have here. Anyway, guys, we have come upon the hour. That means I got to get back to work. So, now's the chance. Get in your last minute questions, comments, suggestions. Is there any sort of, let me throw a question out to you guys. What sort of projects would you guys like to see coming from Homebuilt Workshop? Not that I don't have hundreds of projects on my list of things to choose, but maybe there's something specific that you think would be kind of cool, or something that might be helpful for you or someone you know. I'm open to suggestions, and I don't ask that again because I totally have a giant list of things. But if there's, I like to try to make the videos that would help you guys. If there's something that you would be interested in, let me know, because if it's something I can work in, I definitely would like to try to do that. Sam says there are way too many fires of electric vehicles at the moment. A store burnt down over on YouTube. Oh man, I didn't even see that. Sam says backyard decking. Ooh, that would be kind of cool. Build a deck. I'd have to build somebody else's deck, and then I couldn't do that because I'm not a contractor. Robert says everyone stay safe and healthy. Another guitar build series would be nice. Well, Robert, that's on the list very soon. Sam says with an outdoor TV, that'd be cool. Robert, I have 2 different ones that I want to do for build series. I might be able to, I don't know if I can do them simultaneously, but I might. We got to get the Subtonic out, Harry Dude. Subtonic has got to finish. Harry Dude says, stay well, folks. See you all next week. Yes, to guitar build series. Right on. All right. I got the acoustic I got to do, and I want to do the bass. I don't know if I can do them both together. Maybe. We'll see. Those are the 2 that are at the top of mind. See it like poking out at the top of my head? Lisa says, have a great week, everyone. Right on, guys. Thanks a lot for hanging out here at Homebuilt Workshop and Wednesday Live. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Get out in your shops. Build some things. Harry Dude says, Subtonic. Yes. The Subtonic. I got a couple teensy tweaks to do on the model. Actually, I think I could probably start cutting a test piece now, but it's there. I'm trying to do it all on the CNC machine. Right on, Robert says I pushed the like button. Sam says thanks for the fantastic stream. Right on, thank you guys. Like I said, stay safe, stay well. Thanks for taking some time to hang out with me here in the shop. So you guys have an awesome week, and we'll see you guys next time. And I hit the button. Why does it do that to me every time? Later, guys.